पॅसेज 11 नोव्हेंबर 1980 पेपर फर्स्ट. Sir, I would like to say a few words on the budget that has been presented to the House by the Finance Minister. It reveals an earnest desire on the part of the government to achieve an all-round development of the state with a view to promote the welfare and prosperity of the vast majority of the people. Although some of the new taxes announced by the minister may appear to be a burden from the point of view of the consumers, I must say that this budget is more realistic than the budgets of the past few years. The finance minister deserves congratulations of the members of the House Para. The remarkable feature of the budget is that greater emphasis has been laid on the development of small scale and village industries in the state, and this is no doubt a good sign because it is one of the surest means of tackling the problem of unemployment, which has assumed great magnitude in the last few years. There is, however, one thing which we regret, and that is, in the matter of basic and heavy industries, our state has been very much neglected. I would therefore request the government to take up the matter with the center and try to get at least a few of the major industries located in our state para. As regards the new taxes proposed, while I am in agreement with the view that in a country which seeks to reorganize its economy on a socialistic basis, progressive and heavy taxation is inevitable. I cannot help feeling that the proposed sales tax on sugar will affect the poorer sections of the public. Whatever may be the considerations that weighed with the government is conceiving this new levy, there cannot be any justification for imposing it at the present juncture. Para. I regret to say that the minister has not referred to the problem of housing in the state. This is a very important problem facing the people. The housing shortage continues to be acute not only in Madras city but also in other areas of the state. Steps should be taken to afford greater facilities to the low income groups to construct modern houses through the agency of cooperatives. The government should seek the assistance of the center in this matter and subsidize at least a portion of the cost of the houses in the case of persons whose monthly income is low. The rate of interest on the government loans provided through cooperative building societies should be reduced considerably with a view to help men of limited means to put up houses. The small scale farm and agricultural laborers in rural areas should be enabled to construct houses with the provision of suitable house sites free of cost and with free grants and loans at a cheap rate of interest. Para. I would also like to take this opportunity to pay my tribute to the education minister and the chief minister for the relief given to the teachers in this budget. As a matter of fact, I was happy to see that the disparity in the scales of pay of secondary grade teachers in elementary schools and high schools has been removed. In this connection, an honorable member expressed some doubts. I would like to point out that virtually the disparity in the scales of pay of teachers under different managements has been removed, and I am sure that some of the schools which are not paying the government scales of pay at present will also pay it within a reasonable time. The action of the government in this matter is a proof that they have indirectly recognized the fact that teachers, irrespective of the managements under which they are working, are doing a very valuable work for the progress of the nation and are entitled to more and more benefits from government. I can expect that the disparity in the case of headmasters in respect of their requirements and in the case of higher grade teachers in respect of their salaries will also be removed very soon. The second connection that the government have been kind enough to give to the teachers is in respect of full free education to the children of elementary school teachers. This, I must say, is a great step forward. Of course, this was long overdue, but that does not mean that thanks are not due to the government for this concession. Para. All the items of relief to the teachers announced in the budget involve only small amounts, but my appreciation of the action of the government is very great because when I went through the items, I got a strong conviction that the government have begun to realize the difficulties of the teachers and have made a sincere study of the problems of the teachers and that the era of brightness is slowly dawning on the teachers through relief from this government. Para. After the attainment of freedom, we have got heavy responsibilities. The youth of the country has to shoulder these responsibilities if they are to be molded in such a way as to the men of integrity, honesty, and character, and men with a spirit of service. I hope everyone will agree that it can only be done in the schools. I would request the government to see that facilities are provided in schools for the shaping of these children in such a way as they may be able to shoulder the responsibilities of the nation which are increasing day by day. For this purpose, I think a committee is needed to go into all the stages of education elementary, secondary, and collegiate without treating them as watertight compartments and remembering the wholesome fact that all these are intended for one particular individual who is to become a citizen and who is to be capable of handling the affairs of free India. Para. Sir, I thank you for this indulgence. I must really conclude now and must not take advantage of your kindness. I appeal to the honorable members of the House, to whichever party they may belong, not to take undue notice of small little factors that are not really relevant, but try their best to work together for the common good of the state.